and welcome to your math trail. This is going to be a little bit of a math adventure, and we're right here on the campus of Palo Alto College, and our starting point is going to be this red picnic table right in front of the duck pond. So you guys can gather here, meet here, and sort of work out a strategy for how you're going to go through all of these different math problems. We're going to set off and we're going to walk down in this direction in just a little bit over towards the daycare center, and we're going to start with our very first math problem. Now these are going to range in difficulty, so it's going to require you guys to work as a group to figure out a strategy for figuring out all of these different math problems. We're going to move around the campus and then we're going to come right back to this same bench here, and we're going to do one last problem that I promise is going to be really nice and easy and send you back into the classroom with some confidence. So let's get started. What do you say? Okay, so we just left the red bench and we're walking this way towards the daycare center. You can see the daycare center is on our right. And as we cross the street, we're going to see that there are two parallel sidewalks. In between the sidewalks, there are some trees and some light posts. Now you have to be sure that you're only counting the trees and the light posts that are in between the parallel sidewalks. So here is your very first math problem. Your job is to count the trees and count the light post and then write out a ratio of light post to trees. So all you have to do is count both the trees and the light post and then work out a ratio, and that'll be your answer for this very first problem on your math trail. Okay. Next, we're going to move all the way over to the fountain that's way over here. Okay, so we're just going to keep walking in a straight line towards the fountain. Right here in front of this beautiful fountain in front of the Ozuna Library. You can see that right over here on my left. So what we want you to do here is take your measuring tape and measure the inside of the border of this fountain. So what we're looking for is the surface area of the water. Ignore this middle sort of structure and just measure out all of these different shapes. So there are some squares and a whole bunch of rectangles that go all the way down to the end. And you are going to figure the surface area of the water, again, ignoring this middle structure here. That is your second problem on your math trail. Emergency post right here at the entrance of the Botanical Gardens. Now, starting with the square that I'm standing in here, the square that's directly in front of the emergency post, we need you to count every square, every concrete square, all the way down to the end of the Botanical Gardens. Another one of you on your team can be counting all of the resting tables, all of the picnic tables along the way. So at the end, you'll need the total number of squares and the total number of picnic tables. Now imagine that somebody took each of those picnic tables and put them on their own square. What fraction of the squares would then have picnic tables on them? That's your next math trail question. Botanical Gardens, and now you get to stop and smell the roses. You have a bunch of flowers behind us, a bunch of flower bushes behind us. There's red bushes, pink bushes, yellow, and white. All we need you to do is count the total number of white and yellow bushes. Come up with the total number for white and yellow flowered bushes, and then give us a percentage of white bushes of the total. So what percentage of the total number of white and yellow bushes are white bushes?
Okay, there.
So as you're leaving the Botanical Gardens, we are going to head on over back towards the daycare center and do our next problem. So come on, we are in front of the Ray Ellison Family Center, and behind me you can see this playground structure. On that playground there is a rock climbing wall. We need you to graph the number of pegs and which colors they are, and organize that into a graph. So we're back here at home base. This is our red picnic table. You have one final question, and I promised you that it would be a really nice, easy one to send you back into the classroom. So right over here in front of the executive offices sign, you're going to find these cylindrical bushes. These little tiny, they look like little stools there. Now we need you to count them all. So you're going to count the total number, and these are just the ones that are underneath this corner here, or around this corner. Count them, and then if a gardener came by and chopped down 6 of them, how many would you have left? So count the total number. Imagine a gardener comes down here, cuts down 6 of them. How many do you have left? All right, so that's it. You've reached the end of your math trail. I hope you guys had a good time out here. And now all you have to do is work out these problems, and we'll see you in class.